Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Y'all excuse me for a minute, man. I'm at work, excuse the atmosphere. But I wanted to ask a question because we having this conversation and it involves Dawah, right? So a lot of us familiar with some of the first ayats that was revealed about read and Iqra and that. But the next ayats that was revealed after that, and hopefully, some of y'all willing to assist me and answer this question for me. So in Surah Al-Mudathir, surah number 74, 74, 75, 74. So listen to what Allah says to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. O you covered in garments and clothes, wrapped up in the cloak, right? Arise, stand up, get up, be upright, and warn. So these is the next ayats to be revealed. And with the people who are familiar with the hadith, basically the Rasul seen the angel Jibreel in the sky, and he was scared, and he ran home, and he told Khadijah to cover him. And then the ayat come down, oh, you wrapped up, in those garments, arise and warn. So the question is this: one, what do you think Allah Azza wa Jal was telling the Rasul to warn the people about? Now I know what the tafsirs say, but this is just a question that we should ask ourselves. Because, so now to fill you in on the topic of our discussion, is warning about certain things in Islam, is it important in the Dawah? Should it be involved in the Dawah, being that Allah Azza wa Jal told Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam to arise, to stand up, to get up, to be upright and warn? So even if you don't answer it for me in the comments or whatever, one, what do you think that Allah Azza wa Jal was telling the Rasul to warn the people about? And why was it so important that this was one of the very first commandments of actions in the deen of Islam, to get up and go out there and warn the people? Not like the command Iqra, to read, but to get up and get out there and warn the people. So what do y'all think that Allah was telling the Rasul to warn the people about? And why do you feel like it was important then and not important now? Because some people feel like warning and giving warnings about the deen shouldn't be a part of the deen. Like I was listening to an imam, and he said that the masjid that hired him, the administration, told him that during the khutbahs, when he give khutbahs, they didn't want him to talk about the hellfire or punishments in the grave or punishments in the hereafter or punishments in this life, because they felt like it was off-putting, like the people wouldn't take to it, like it would turn people away from Islam or something like that. So again, question: why do you think? What was Allah Azza wa Jal telling the Rasul to warn the people about? And why was it important then? And is it still important now? Because this is the call to Dawah. This was the part of the Dawah. And then when you go to the other ayats, where it say, tell the people about, now that more Muslims is coming to the deen, tell the people about the glad tidings and warn them. So now the glad tidings, talk to them about the good, comes along with and also warning them. So should warning still be a part of the deen? A part of the Dawah? in calling people to Islam and the dawah that you give to other Muslims? Like, is it still important? Or like he said, this is what the same, he also said this, that we've come to a time that people love to hear about Jannah, but they hate to hear about what it takes to get there. Like, talk to us about Jannah, but don't talk to us about what we got to do to get there. You know, it said, now if you warning or you talk about certain things, punishment from Allah and shirking this and that, he said nowadays he noticing that people will start to refer to you as the haram police or being judgmental. You know, so like I said, you know, when the Rasul was called to do this, and this is something for us to follow up behind to men, y'all let me know. You know, anybody who willing to let me know, or at least just ponder on that. What was Allah telling the Rasul to warn the people against? And it had to be extremely important because this was the first call that was given in Dawah. To arise, stand up, get up, be upright, be straight in your actions and deeds, and go out there and warn the people. You know, that's something to think about. What was the warning, and why was it so important for the call to start with that? And is that something that should still be done when it involves Dawah? But I'm at work, you know what I'm saying? I got to go ahead and do what I got to do, man, and earn this little paycheck, man. Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Anybody who willing to answer that question, you know, I would really appreciate it. And, you know, like to get y'all thoughts and comments on it. Like, is warning the people about certain things. Now I've read the tafsirs. I know the tafsirs on it. So I know a little, my answer is a little bit more grounded in tafsirs and hadiths. So I may see it from a different way than other people. But I'm at the same time, it's not to say that I disagree with anybody, but I would love to hear, you know, anybody who willing to make a comment about it, or people who know me and have my number, or that's talked to me through Telegram. Send me a little message, man, or something, and if you don't want to make a comment, and let me know, man, what y'all think about that. What was the warning? Why was it so important then? And is it still important now? Should it still be part of the Dawah? And do you feel like it's being like the haram police or something? Or is it off-putting? Do it make people want to leave Islam? Because, you know, part of the conversation is, it seemed like individuals is calling people to be Muslim without calling them to Islam. So they not accepting Islam for what Islam is. Like, you know, I hear people say things like the young people attracted to money and flashy things. So, you know, they're going to gravitate to that part of Islam first. Like, so are we calling people to be Muslim, or are we calling them to Islam? Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.